Hi, I'm Ray. I'm down the allotment today and it's the beginning of February and I've got to call it a day on my plot, on my first plot that I had, which is in fact my fourth plot before I moved on to my fifth plot. But sadly I can't keep it all up together now, so I've got to move the pond today. So it's a lovely day down here and the first thing I've got to do is move this pond, and I'm going to harvest anything that's left from the old plot and that'll be done, totally given up then, and everything's clean. I'll give you a tour round and show you what's it about. So when I first came to this allotment site, I had this plot and that shed, and we had a small area here with the 2 apple trees in the back, and then I took on this plot, and then I took on the next one, which is the one I've given up now, and then I gave up this pot and took the polytunnel plot. So I moved along, so we're moving along, but now we're happy that we've just got the polytunnel, just one allotment site, one plot to concentrate, and that's really good. So this is the plot with the pond in, and we can see the pond. It's got some reed in the back of it, and it's got our stones around the edge. So my plan for the day is to move this whole pond from that place and then move it across the path onto my new plot, and I'm going to stick it here, and the shape of the pond can go in here, and it'd be nice next to the table and chairs. We can sit and look at it. So I've just moved all of the bricks around the outside, and we can see the shape of the pond line, and I got some plants. I'm going to try and save these, find a bucket and save some of these. Not seen any frogs yet. Yeah, I got the old pond out and it's all filled back up again, and I put the frog spawn back in again. The frogs are happy again and it's really looking good. So I'm really pleased about that. So I'm not sure exactly where they are. Aha. Hold on. There we go, look. Straight in the fork. There we go. So there are some potatoes here. And we can see they've already started sprouting. There we go, look. So these are done, no dig. Cut that straight in now. So it's proved. I did have some potatoes in there. There we go. There's a couple there, look. There we go. There's a big bunch. Look at them coming. There's some more down there. That's a good one. Ah, why does it do it every time? And again. And there we go. That's our potatoes from the garden. So I think this is our Swede. Doesn't look that big. Yeah, this is alright though. How's that? There we go. I've got a Swede. I got 3. But that's alright. That's going to do for my Sunday dinner. Another little one here. They'll be alright. I'm going to eat them. Going to eat them with delight. They're so tiny. I've got a couple more here. They look a lot bigger. Let's go and have a look at these. I think there's something in there. Let's have a look what we got. Anything? No, it didn't look great. Another plant. And we've got a very odd looking parsnip with Mr. Worm. Let's see if there's anything in this one. Oh, look at this. There we go. And look. Oh, look, that's split. How annoying is that? Look. How annoying. Whoa. Well, I'm going to take them home and we're going to use them. So we're really pleased we've got this pond in. I've added some of the plants that was in my planted area here, and I've just added them to make it a bit nice. And now with the rest of it we can concentrate on getting the rest of this dug out now, which is my next job, to get all this dug out. So this is the plot. I've given up now, and I was told to give it a tidy. All of our allotments have £100 deposit, so if we're not tidy then they lose the deposit. So I've tidied it as much as I could. I've cleared a lot of the junk. There's still weeds, there's still a few vegetables growing around, but it's pretty good. And the cage, someone can come along, redo the cage. That's a great opportunity. So I've took my roses and I've added them to next to the polytunnel. But all this now is already up for rent. £60 for this little land. And it's so much pleasure. So much pleasure. So I also want to say hello to Callum. He is 11 years old and he's one of my newest subscribers, and he's just watched my video of the dustbins. So I'm just going to say hello, and I can't wait to have a look at your vegetable garden when you've got something growing. That'd be great, and that'd be wonderful. I'll be really looking forward to see that. So not a lot of deal on my plot. I've tidied this end and I need to do the rest. I've made a little path going around the side of the tunnel, which is my next project, and I've cleared one of the beds, and now I need to just sort out the rest of this junky area down the side. There's the little robin just gone in the compost bin, and then hopefully we can get all the way down to the other end. We won't have to walk around the grass path. So this is the next project. We moved the gate, and that's now against my polytunnel, and the rose that I planted for my dad I've planted by the polytunnel, so he's going to be sat next to me when I'm at my table looking at the vegetable garden. So there we go, a bit of an odd job day today, getting a few jobs done, clearing the plot totally. Now I can forget about this plot and concentrate on this one. I've done a few bits today on the new one. I got my parsnips for my Sunday dinner, and it's nearly 1 o'clock, so I better get home, get these cooked. And we've got some potatoes that are pretty much sprouted, so I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do with those. So if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe, ring that bell, get notifications when I post some more. And we look forward to seeing the rest of the allotment garden growing during the summer. So thank you very much. Cheers.